Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me for another video. Joe here with Twofold Gun and Armory, and it is June 14th, 2025 at about 1 p.m. Today I'm just going to do a quick video for my gunsmithing tools lab, FTT104, and we are going to be field stripping my Mosin Nagant. So this is the completely assembled Mosin. Super simple, super easy, and I kind of wish that I would have chosen a more complex firearm for this lab, but having just recently got this, I wanted to do a firearm that I haven't done yet. So first things first, we need to make sure that the workspace and the firearm are clear of all live ammunition. No live ammunition in the workspace. Visually and physically inspect the feed source as well as the chamber, and this firearm is good to go. So like I said, the Russians made it super simple to field strip the Mosin, and as such, I can also field strip the bolt within the time constraints of this video. Now, you might be thinking, hey, you're not supposed to field strip a bolt. And yes, with modern sporting rifles, AR platforms, stuff like that, more modern firearms, there are a lot more moving parts. They are more complex. More parts means more chances to lose something. And when you're in the field and you lose something, bad things happen. But lucky for us, this bolt only has about 6 parts. And for the field strip versus the detail strip, it only breaks down into 3. The firing pin doesn't come out. The spring doesn't come out. You are basically separating the body from the head of the bolt. So super simple. Not a lot of chances you're going to actually lose something. It'd actually be really hard for you to lose something. So without further ado, let's get to it. So the first and only step to field stripping the Mosin is to remove the bolt. So you're going to open up the bolt, and when you bring it back, depress the trigger, and it slides right out the back. Technically, at this point right here, this Mosin is field stripped, but you can go a couple of steps further with some of the parts that don't come off the firearm, and like I said, breaking down the bolt into those 2 pieces. So with the fixed box magazine, you'll just pull down this lever right here and it'll open it up, and this will allow you to clean and lubricate the inside springs for the box magazine, and we'll go ahead and set that aside. Now for the bolt, like I said, there are only a couple of pieces. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take this back curved area and you're going to turn it 90 degrees towards you. So you pull it back ever so slightly and spin it towards you, and that's going to unlock the bolt head from the rest of the bolt. Now you can see it slides into this tooth right here, this forked part, and because it's unlocked, you can just pull it apart just like this. As I said before, the firing pin and the spring don't come out unless you do other steps, which you won't do during field strip. Now, the bolt face and this rail, it just a quick, probably 90-degree spin, and it comes off. What it is there's a tooth right here that slides into the side along this groove right here and locks it into place. But these 3 parts, that is field stripped. So for the reassembly process, you're just going to do the opposite. You're going to put this back together and make sure that goes on that tooth right there, and then move it 90 degrees away from you. And that's like that. And then to put it back in, you're going to depress the trigger and slide it back in. So that you are good to go, and you have successfully field stripped the Mosin Nagant, and you are ready to operate it again. So, thank you for joining me for another video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, want me to do a more detailed video on the bolt itself, let me know. I would be more than happy to do it for you. So that being said, I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining me once again. All right, catch y'all later.